This episode is kind of a different one because it is about sadness. But before talking about sadness, let me tell you this. If you are in a good mood, if you are feeling good, if you are motivated, if you are inspired, if you want to listen something that motivates you, uplifts you, then this episode is not for you. So if you are feeling good and if you are feeling better, if you are feeling great, then I don't think this is the perfect episode for you to listen. But if you are sad, if you are devastated, if you are depressed, if you are sad, if you are bored, if things are not going well in your life and you don't know how to solve it or you don't know what to do, then this episode is right for you. Then this episode is perfect for you to listen to this at this time. Because let me tell you this, shit happens in life. You get caught up in something that you cannot come out of it. You feel depressed, you feel devastated, you feel angry, you feel frustrated, and at that time you don't want to listen to motivation or inspiration or things will get through. You have to think positive, you have to be motivated. Sometimes you feel sad, so don't worry, just change your mind, change your mood, everything will be good. And trust me, it is not. You won't be good when you're sad. You can't feel the goodness when you are in sadness. You can't feel inspired when you're devastated. You can't feel grateful when you're upset. You can't be peaceful when you're messed up. You can't feel the energy when you're tired. You can't feel anything positive because you're going through the negative phase of your life. This situation you are dealing is not going to heal so soon by few words or by few positiveness. It becomes even more worse. When you go and talk to a person that it is okay to feel sad, but you just have to change your mind and feel positive, and that is not going to happen because the pain you are going through is a hell for you. And when people say, don't worry, it happens, everybody has to deal with that, so don't worry, just change your mind, just come with me, let's just hang out, or just change your mind, do something, and those words doesn't make us feel better, it makes even more worse, because the kind of pain we are going through is hard. It cannot be changed all of a sudden by few words, because it needs to take time. And the pain that we are dealing is painful and you cannot take it. And the worst kind of sadness is that we can't explain why we are sad. You don't know why you're sad. You don't know why you're feeling bored. You don't know why all this stuff is happening to me. Let me tell you one thing. You are not alone. You are not the only person who's dealing with this. Every human being goes through these phases. These phases when you are busted, when you are crashed, when you are dumped, when you are broke, that is when you start improving. And I'm not telling you you have to face this, you have to deal with it, you have to be strong with it. I know it is hard, I know it is not possible for you in this current situation. You have to understand that it is okay. This is the part of life. It is the part of game of life. Sometimes we feel shit about ourselves. Sometimes we feel great about ourselves. And if you don't feel shit about yourself, you cannot feel great about yourself. If you don't know the taste of sadness, you cannot enjoy the happiness. So if you can experience the pain to the utmost level, trust me, you can experience the happiness to the topmost level. You cannot feel happy all the time. You cannot feel motivated all the time. You cannot feel inspired all the time. You cannot feel good all the time. You cannot be grateful all the time. You cannot feel that gratitudeness every time. And you cannot feel the best version of yourself because you are in the worst version of yourself. And it is okay to feel worst. It is okay to feel that you're not good enough. It is okay to feel that your life sucks, because Everyone's life sucks. Every one of our life sucks at some point of time. Right now, you don't need a person who can motivate you or inspire you or help you. You just want a person who can understand your pain, a shoulder to cry, a hand to wipe your tears, and a ear to listen to your pain, and a silence to make you feel comfortable. And that is what I can do for you. I may not be present with you physically, but I am with you mentally, emotionally, psychologically. The pain you're dealing, the frustration you're facing, the sadness that you're going through, I can understand it. Because I am also dealing with the same scenario. I am also dealing with the frustration. I am also dealing with the pain. I am also dealing with the sadness. I am also dealing with all the confusions in my head that I do not know what to do. And let me tell you this. I wanted to record another episode which I had planned for, but I didn't have that mood to record it. I didn't have that energy, that motivation, because I was feeling dumb and I cannot make myself feel better at this situation. If I do, it becomes artificial, and if it is not genuine, if it is not real, what I say won't matter. What I say won't have the value. So I thought about it, whether to record this podcast. I'm not in a good mood, and to be artificial and say good when you're feeling dumb, or whether to be quiet and do nothing, or whether to share my pain with you. And by sharing my pain, I can reduce my pain, and by listening to my pain, you can reduce your pain also. So I thought about it, and I'm recording this, and I feel a lot more comfortable by sharing this with you, and I feel the pain getting out of my body and my mind and my soul, and I hope it does for you also. I hope this episode would be some help for you in dealing with your situation and your problems. And thank you so much for staying till here. It means a lot to me. I guess I have got a new friend. It's you. And one thing, if someone you know is dealing with pain, is dealing with sadness, is dealing with frustration, or is dealing with depression, then you can share this particular episode for that person. I'm not telling you to share my podcast, just this particular episode, so that it will be helpful in some way to that person. And any point of time you feel that your friend or your colleague or your family member is going through rough time and you cannot do anything about it, or you cannot say anything, and if you feel that it is going to make them more worse, then you can just share this particular episode so that it might make them feel better. If this episode has helped you in any way, or if this podcast has helped you in any way, I would love to know how you feel about it. So you can just go to Apple Podcast and leave a review there, or if you want to share it personally, you can do so by mailing me to lifewithselfshow@gmail.com. I repeat it, lifewithselfshow@gmail.com. I would love to know what you felt, so I'll be waiting for your mail or for your review. And that's it for this video. I will see you in the next one. Until then, bye bye, take care. And you are listening to the Personal Growth Podcast, Life with Self, and I'm your host, Dimu Bhardwaj.